Hey, Yankees fans, the Bronx is buzzing right now. And if you've been following this team lately, you know exactly why. There's something electric happening with this roster, something that feels different, something that makes you lean in a little closer and believe again in what this team is capable of. Over the past week and a half, the New York Yankees have been putting together a stretch of games that doesn't just add to the win column, it sends a message. And that message is loud and clear. The Yankees are not just here to compete, they're here to dominate. Jazz Chisholm Jr., who has been quietly climbing the ranks of Yankee superstars this season, has stepped up in a big way, and the results on the field are impossible to ignore. He's not just hitting, he's making statements. When you look at his performance lately, from the two-homer explosion against the Houston Astros to consistent multi-hit games, it's clear he's on a run that could define the rest of this September. Jazz has always been one of those players who can swing a game on his own, but this year he's become a true centerpiece of the offense. With 26 home runs, a .238 batting average, 67 RBIs, and 25 stolen bases, he's doing everything a team could ask from a leader at the plate. But beyond the numbers, it's his voice and his confidence that have been catching attention. He openly talked about the Yankees having 4 MVP-level players and an array of other superstars. And that kind of declaration is exactly what this team needed to hear. It's bold, it's unapologetic, and it sends a ripple through the clubhouse. When a player of his caliber speaks like that, it doesn't just hype up the fans, it ignites the entire roster. The energy in the locker room is tangible, and it's clear that this team is gearing up for something special as the regular season winds down. And let's talk about Trent Giesam for a moment, because he's been an absolute revelation. When he arrived at Yankee Stadium, expectations were measured. He was seen as a backup outfielder, someone who could provide defensive flexibility and spell a starter when necessary. But Giesam has completely rewritten that narrative. With 28 home runs, a .246 batting average, and a key grand slam against the Astros, he's becoming a linchpin of this offense. He's the kind of player who doesn't just fill in gaps. He creates moments that shift momentum and put pressure on opponents. The way he's settling into the lineup, the way he's connecting with pitches, and the way he's performing in clutch situations all indicate that he's ready for a breakout that could define his career. When you combine Gisham's emergence with Jazz's consistency and the established power of guys like Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, and Giancarlo Stanton, you're looking at a lineup that is firing on all cylinders at precisely the right time. The recent game against Houston was a perfect example of this. The Yankees came out swinging and never let up, scoring 7 runs on 11 hits and taking a dominant one-sided victory over a team that has historically given them fits. For years, the Astros have been a thorn in the side of the Bronx Bombers, especially in high-stakes matchups, but this performance signaled that the Yankees are not intimidated. They came in with focus, intensity, and execution, proving that they can overcome any challenge when they bring their A-game. And the timing couldn't be better. With the final month of the regular season underway, the Yankees are hitting their stride. They're entering the stretch run with confidence, power, and momentum. The perfect combination for a team with championship aspirations. Watching this team now, it's clear that there's a unique chemistry developing. The offense isn't just about individual stats anymore. It's about creating pressure, opening up opportunities, and finding ways to capitalize on every mistake an opponent makes. When Judge steps up to the plate, he commands attention. When Bellinger lines one into the gap, you can feel the stadium shift. When Giesam launches a homer in a crucial moment, it's like the team collectively breathes a sigh of relief, knowing that someone always seems ready to make the difference. And Jazz, with his fearless approach and undeniable skill, continues to be the spark plug that sets the tone for everyone else. But it's not just about the bats. The Yankees have been doing the little things right as well. And that's what makes this team dangerous. From base running to situational hitting, from defensive positioning to pitching strategy, they're executing plays that other teams are simply not prepared for. The fact that they managed to take down a quality pitcher like Framber Valdez, who's known for his consistency and low ERA, is a testament to their preparation and mental toughness. They're not just hitting home runs. They're attacking intelligently, taking calculated risks, and putting themselves in positions to win every game. It's a combination of talent and mindset that makes the Bronx Bombers a serious threat as the postseason approaches. And let's not forget the stakes. With 77 wins on the season and a tight race in the standings with both Boston and Toronto, every victory counts. The pressure is intense, but the Yankees seem to be thriving under it. They're not shying away. They're embracing it. September has become a month of opportunity, a chance to set the tone for October. And this team is proving that they have what it takes to rise to the occasion. Fans watching these games can feel it. The energy, the intensity, the undeniable momentum that builds with each at-bat, each home run, each clutch play. This is not a team coasting into the playoffs. This is a team on a mission. When you combine all of this, the emergence of Gisham, the consistency and fire of Jazz Chisholm Jr., the veteran presence of Judge, Bellinger, and Stanton, and a strategic execution across the board, you get a Yankees team that is ready to make a statement. They're reminding the league that they're here not just to participate, but to compete at the highest level. Every game, every inning, every pitch matters. And the way this roster is clicking right now is exactly what you want to see in a team with championship aspirations. Jazz Chisholm Jr. continues to be the heartbeat of this offense. Watching him play now, you can see a player who has fully embraced his role and the spotlight that comes with it. Every swing feels calculated, confident, and aggressive in the right ways. He's not just swinging for power. He's hitting with precision, targeting the weaknesses in pitchers, and making adjustments that only a truly elite hitter can make. And the timing couldn't be better. In the month of September, when games matter more than ever, Jazz is rising to the occasion. His multi-hit performances and home run explosions are exactly what a team on the cusp of the playoffs needs. And it's not just his physical performance. It's the mental aspect of his game that stands out. He's vocal, he's confident, and he's leading by example. The clubhouse feeds off his energy, and the rest of the roster is responding in kind. When you have a player who can both produce on the field and elevate the energy off it, you create a multiplier effect that can carry a team through the toughest stretches of a season. Trent Gisham is another story entirely. What was once considered a depth piece, someone to plug in when needed, has now become a cornerstone of the lineup. His ability to drive the ball, find gaps, and perform in clutch moments is reshaping the Yankees' offensive identity. With 28 home runs and key contributions in every series, he's proving that sometimes the biggest surprises come from those who weren't initially expected to carry the load. That grand slam against the Astros wasn't just a moment of brilliance. It was a statement. It told the league that the Yankees lineup is deep, that there are threats beyond the obvious superstars, and that opposing pitchers have to navigate an entire lineup capable of changing a game at any moment. Gisham's emergence adds a layer of complexity for opponents, forcing them to rethink strategy, pitch selection, and how they approach every at-bat. And for the Yankees, it adds flexibility and unpredictability, which is exactly what a team needs heading into the playoffs. When you look at the bigger picture, the Yankees are assembling a narrative of consistency and resilience. Wins against Houston, Boston, and other divisional rivals aren't just improving their record. They're sending a psychological signal. The message is clear. This is a team that doesn't back down, doesn't panic, and doesn't underestimate anyone. Every series is an opportunity to assert dominance, and the players understand that. Aaron Judge continues to be a rock for this team, blending power with experience, handling high-pressure situations, and maintaining a steady hand in the middle of the lineup. Cody Bellinger provides stability and versatility, bridging gaps in the lineup with both offensive production and defensive skill. Giancarlo Stanton remains the constant threat capable of changing the momentum of a game with a single swing, while younger players like Jason Dominguez continue to contribute in ways that add depth and balance to the roster. It's this combination of star power and emerging talent that makes the Yankees a unique and dangerous team as the postseason approaches. September baseball has always been a test of endurance, focus, and adaptability. The teams that thrive are those that can maintain intensity while managing the mental and physical grind of daily games. The Yankees appear to have found that balance. With 77 wins on the season and a tight race in the standings with Boston and Toronto, The pressure is undeniable. But rather than being a burden, it seems to be fueling this team. They are playing with purpose, with urgency, and with a sense of identity that has been evolving throughout the season. Every base hit, every defensive play, every stolen base is contributing to a narrative of a team on the rise, a team finding its rhythm just as the stakes are getting highest. The offense has been the driving force, but it's not the only piece of the puzzle. Pitching has stepped up in crucial moments, with starters and relievers executing their game plans and holding opponents at bay when it matters most. The combination of power at the plate and precision on the mound is what separates contenders from pretenders. When you can consistently hit home runs, manufacture runs, and limit mistakes on the pitching side, you create a formula for success that few teams can match. And the Yankees are starting to execute that formula with remarkable efficiency. Fans watching every game can see the difference in the team's approach. The Yankees are no longer simply reacting. They're dictating the pace, setting the tone, and controlling the narrative of their games. The intensity in the clubhouse is mirrored on the field, with players taking responsibility, holding each other accountable, and embracing the challenges that come with a playoff push. The synergy between veterans and emerging stars is palpable, creating a dynamic where experience meets fresh energy, resulting in a team that is both resilient and explosive. Jazz Chisholm Jr. continues to personify that energy. His ability to adapt, to stay ahead of the game, and to deliver in clutch situations is unmatched. Watching him connect on fastballs, adjust to off-speed pitches, and make tactical decisions at the plate is a lesson in hitting at the highest level. But it's not just about individual moments. It's about how those moments contribute to the team's overarching success. Each hit, each stolen base, each RBI adds to the collective momentum, pushing the Yankees closer to their ultimate goal. Gisham's contributions cannot be overstated either. His presence in the leadoff spot and in key lineup positions has changed how pitchers approach the Yankees. The threat of his power, combined with his ability to get on base and create scoring opportunities, forces opponents to rethink strategy. This unpredictability makes the Yankees' offense harder to contain and ensures that every game is a high-pressure scenario for their rivals. It's this kind of strategic depth that separates championship-caliber teams from the rest of the league. And when you look at the playoff implications, the timing of this surge is critical. The Yankees are entering the final stretch of the regular season at peak form, with players hitting their stride and confidence at an all-time high. The combination of experience, talent, and momentum positions them to make a deep run in October. Every series, every game, every play is now magnified because the postseason looms just ahead. Fans can feel it in the atmosphere, in the broadcast, and in the way players carry themselves on the field. There's a sense that something significant is building, a sense that this Yankees team is poised to challenge anyone and everyone in their path. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. A shocking development has recently shaken the New York Yankees, as rumors swirl around a heated altercation between young shortstop Anthony VOLPE and pitching prospect Ben Rice, culminating in both players being temporarily removed from the team's active roster. According to sources close to the clubhouse, tensions have been simmering for weeks, with conflicting reports suggesting that disagreements over on-field strategy, practice routines, and off-field behavior contributed to a volatile atmosphere that eventually boiled over. Team insiders suggest that VOLPE, known for his fiery competitiveness and emerging status as one of the organization's most promising young talents, reportedly confronted Rice during a late-night clubhouse session, leading to a physical scuffle that prompted immediate intervention from coaches and senior players. The Yankees organization, traditionally tight-lipped about internal conflicts, has confirmed that both players are currently away from team activities as management assesses the situation and considers disciplinary measures. While no official statements have detailed the exact nature of the incident, speculation is rampant among fans and analysts alike, with some insiders hinting that this conflict could have deeper implications for team chemistry and the development of younger talent. Social media has been ablaze with reaction, with fans divided between condemnation of the behavior and defense of the individuals involved, highlighting the complex nature of managing high-profile young athletes in a storied franchise like the Yankees. Reports indicate that the altercation between VOLPE and Rice was not an isolated incident, but rather the culmination of ongoing friction within the Yankees clubhouse, where competition for playing time and recognition has reportedly intensified under the pressures of a demanding season. Sources suggest that both players, known for their strong personalities and ambitions, may have clashed over leadership roles, personal accountability, and differing approaches to practice and preparation. Analysts familiar with team dynamics argue that such incidents are not uncommon in high-stakes environments where young stars are vying for prominence. But the escalation into a physical confrontation marks a particularly concerning development. The Yankees front office is said to be reviewing internal footage, consulting with coaches, and conducting interviews with other players to fully understand the circumstances surrounding the fight. Speculation has emerged regarding potential long-term consequences for VOLPE and Rice, including suspensions, fines, or even considerations about trade possibilities, although insiders caution that the organization typically prioritizes conflict resolution over drastic roster moves. Media coverage has highlighted the potential impact on the Yankees season, with observers noting that the absence of two promising young talents could affect both on-field performance and team morale, raising questions about how the franchise will navigate internal disputes while maintaining its competitive edge in Major League Baseball. Whispers around the league suggest that this incident may have broader implications beyond just VOLPE and Rice, as teammates and coaching staff reportedly grapple with the challenge of balancing mentorship, accountability, and the management of youthful exuberance within a storied franchise. Sources indicate that veteran players have been called upon to mediate discussions and foster dialogue aimed at repairing relationships, with some insiders speculating that the conflict could catalyze changes in team culture or hierarchy. Analysts have noted that VOLPE's rising star status, coupled with Rice's reputation as a talented but temperamental prospect, has amplified scrutiny on the Yankees' developmental approach, prompting questions about how the organization handles high-pressure situations and internal disagreements. Social media platforms have exploded with reactions, with fans debating which player bears more responsibility and speculating about the potential ripple effects for both individual careers and the broader team environment. While no official resolutions have been confirmed, reports suggest that Yankees management is weighing multiple strategies, from counseling sessions to possible temporary reassignments, in an effort to ensure that the players' talents are not sidelined by personal conflicts, reflecting the delicate balance between discipline and nurturing young stars in a high-profile, highly competitive professional sports environment. Industry insiders have hinted that the altercation may have been fueled by cumulative stress, intense competition, and high expectations placed upon both VOLPE and Rice, suggesting that the pressures of performing at the major league level can exacerbate personality clashes and test even seasoned professionals' composure. According to various sources, the Yankees coaching staff has emphasized the importance of professionalism and teamwork while acknowledging the need to protect the development of promising prospects, revealing an organization caught between enforcing discipline and preserving talent. Rumors have circulated about late-night disagreements, heated exchanges during practice sessions, and subtle provocations that may have contributed to the confrontation, though exact details remain closely guarded. Pundits and former players have speculated that this incident underscores the challenges of maintaining harmony in a high-profile team filled with ambitious young athletes who are acutely aware of their career trajectories and market value. Fans and commentators alike are scrutinizing every development, analyzing how the Yankees' management approach will set a precedent for handling conflicts involving emerging stars, and debating whether VOLPE and Rice will return stronger, with renewed focus, or whether lingering tensions could disrupt team cohesion. Despite the uncertainty, one point remains clear. The incident has ignited a firestorm of discussion that extends far beyond the immediate participants, casting a spotlight on the complexities of cultivating young talent while managing interpersonal dynamics in one of baseball's most storied franchises. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.